Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ishavasyopanishad. We started this in last session and we have taken the first mantra and first part of first mantra we had completed. Isha avasyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. This portion we had completed. Jagatyam jagata is constantly changing world. The world is changing. The stuff with which this world is made is not changing. We had taken one example of water. But he, the Isha, the Guru, refers to that principle which is not changing as Isha in this Upanishad. That is why it is called Ishavasyopanishad. That is not changing. One element with permutation and combination appears differently to us with different properties. That is why we name it differently. So what is changing? The form is changing, the names are changing. Now this is a piece of knowledge Guru has given. Very first line of this Upanishad declares this truth that he resides in every being, everything. This body is being enlivened by an energy. Same energy is energizing all other bodies. Not only bodies, not only things and beings which are animated, that which is not animated is also pervaded by the same reality. Now this knowledge is very difficult to digest. It may take years for one to realize what Guru is saying, what message he is conveying. One should not be in a hurry that today I have listened to one talk on Ishavasyopanishad, tomorrow I know everything. No, that doesn't happen. What is the process? You see, a student has finished his higher secondary schooling. Now he has to set one particular line. He cannot go everywhere. It's not now no more general education. He has to choose one particular line. So he goes for an aptitude test. He goes to a counselor. Counsel studies his academic record, personality, everything, and will suggest him something. The options are: you can be a singer, you can be a dancer, you can be an entertainer in other form, you could be engineer, doctor. There are various fields. Say for example, after analysis, he says you are good for engineering. You have aptitude for engineering. Go for engineering. And this boy, young one, he also feels that counselor is right. He has trust in counselor. So he goes and takes admission in engineering school. What has happened? He's not become engineer. He's taken admission, means he has made a beginning. But beginning for what? For a goal. Somebody recommended him, this field is good for you. In 4 years or 8 years, whatever is the case, you will become engineer. And an engineer can do these things. He's creative. You get good job, you can have decent living, whatever is the motivation. So the student has fixed a goal and he has a particular direction in life. Whether he will become engineer, we don't know. In how many years he will become engineers, we don't know. But there is a goal and there is a direction. Similarly, Guru says there is Lord and Lord resides in everything and every being. Earlier we did not know this. Now we cannot say we do not know because Guru has informed us. This is a knowledge which we hear from Guru. We have not realized God. We do not know whether God is real or not. We have no experience. But just because Guru has advised us, we believe in Guru. We have faith in Guru. Faith means we believe and we act. Many people have belief in Guru. They go and nod their head, but not live by those principles. They have belief. Yes, Guru is right. They will praise Guru. They will garland Guru. They will surrender to Guru. They will lie on Guru's feet for hours together. But that is belief. A faith, Shraddha, is not only you believe, you accept what he is saying as an order, as a direction, as a goal. So in this first line, Guru is giving us direction for life. And those days, these gurus were revered. They were respected. So people could follow their instruction blindly to begin with. And then they will experiment on those truths, accept or reject depending upon what is their experience. So research, Guru has done research, but we got to go through the same process that Guru has gone through. There is no shortcut. So in first line, he has given us a direction, a goal. We still do not know God, but we can't say nobody has told me. Somebody has told me, but I haven't got my own experience. I have not realized. So now I am making a beginning. Like a student, he starts his fresh education in engineering college, but he has to study, he has to go to laboratory, he has to go to the workshop, he has to attend to seminars, he has to attend to gatherings of the college, he has to exercise. All that he is doing, he has been prescribed. That is a syllabus. All that prescription is for him to become engineer. If there is no goal, these activities are wasted. You don't go to college for entertainment. You go there with a fixed goal in your mind. So it's not only the goal that is set and he becomes engineers. No, he has to undergo proper training. So all these prescriptions are called upasana. So in second line, Guru is giving us upasana. Goal is set and there is a time. There is a connection, but there is in between, there is time. How many years we do not know. Some can do it within few months, some require 30-40 years. So during this period, you got to be engaged. The thought of goal has to remain in mind constantly. So he gives upasana. Here he is giving 3 upasanas. Tena tyaktena bhunjitha ma grudha kasya svidhanam. The first line was Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitha mahagruda kasya svidhanam. So these are the three upasanas. Upasanas are standard operating procedures which will take you closer to your goal. We say goal is God-realisation. But what is God-realisation? How does it benefit us? Unless we reflect on these things, we will not understand what Guru is conveying. There is no direct communication, there is no one formula, because Guru is at one level, we are at another level. Unless we raise our level, Guru won't come down. We have to raise our level to match Guru's level. And for that, these are the upasana, tena tyaktena bhunjita. That means renounce that and enjoy. Renounce and enjoy. So what he wants us to enjoy, to make use of. Some people refer tena to jagatyam jagata, to this world. So their translation is, you renounce this world and you will enjoy. So they leave their home, they leave their parents and go and settle in some ashram. 20, 30, 40 years, when they come back, they are same. They can't face challenges of the world. Because you cannot renounce this world, you cannot renounce anything. Renunciation is not physically possible. So all those who say we have renounced this, we have renounced that, they are hypocrites. By renouncing this world, where do you go? Because wherever you go, world is already existing. You can't live without world because you are part of the world. A part of the world cannot renounce world. My hand cannot say I have renounced this person. Because this hand cannot exist without this personality. Renunciation is only referred to when a man is grown in life. A child becomes adult, the childhood is renounced. But did he renounce anything? No, he is grown in life. When you grow in life, the lower things are renounced. But you don't put in any effort for renunciation, you put in efforts, purushartha, for growth in life. So by renouncing the world, you cannot grow. But by growth, after you have grown, the world is automatically renounced. That part of the world. If we had to renounce this world, then imagine you are traveling, you are hungry, you go to a restaurant, you order your meal, aromatic meal is in front of you. And then you suddenly remember, Ishavasyopanishad, tena tyaktena bhunjita. I renounce this food, then I enjoy. How can you renounce the food, not eat it, and enjoy? So this is not the right translation. Now, tena can also refer to Isha, the Lord. The Lord is unknown to us. But since Guru has told us, we refer this tena to Lord, right now, imaginary Lord. Because we do not know Lord. When we know reality, then we can declare it. But as on today, we do not know, but we imagine that there is the supreme power. To that that I renounce and I enjoy. In both cases, they are saying you enjoy. Enjoy means make good use of it. Don't abuse. You have every right to make use of whatever resources are available to you. But moment you abuse it, you cannot enjoy. In use, proper use, you can enjoy. In abuse, you suffer. So, tena is to Lord. Now you go to restaurant, there is the thali in front of you, the plate in front of you. Now you fold your hands, close your eyes and say, God, thank you. You don't know God. But still you believe whatever Guru has told you and you renounce this food to him. And then you eat. You enjoy. Because now it is not you have ordered the meal. Now it is the God's gift called Prasada. When it is Prasada, you enjoy. In India, there are many people who attend to parties or they go to restaurant, order full meal. They can eat a certain amount, 2x amount is okay, but they take 4x and then waste half of it. This is called abuse. Any person abusing food or for that matter anything means he is not happy already. How can he enjoy that food? But when it is prasada, you take limited, whatever you want. I want this much, I'll first eat, finish this and then I'll order a fresh one. So it is a change of attitude. You don't take your meal, carry it to somewhere, put it in the temple and then come back. No, it is there. Your attitude is now different, that God has given me this meal. God has presented this beautiful world for me. The attitude of gratitude changes the outlook of life. One story which I heard from a Mahatma, a great soul, it conveys a good point. In Mumbai, there was in a posh locality a very expensive parlor, a spa. Just before that, on the same road, there was a small pawn shop, tobacco shop, and two young unemployed boys were standing there with their motorbike. One lady came from parlor, she came out, she started walking in opposite direction. So this friend says, kick the motorcycle. He kicks the motorcycle, they go near lady and they say hi. The lady replies, hi my son. They look at the lady, she is 80, nearing 80. They run away from the scene. After a few months, same incident, same location, same pawn shop, same parlor, same lady comes out of parlor. She takes few steps in the opposite direction. She is carrying some small purse, it falls down. And she is struggling to pick it up, she can't bend. The boy says, kick the motorcycle. So he kicks the motorcycle, he goes there, boy goes down, picks up the purse. Grandma, don't worry, I have picked it for you. Here it is. And then they drive away. What has changed? This ugly world has become a beautiful world. What has changed? Everything remains same. Just how you look at it has changed. It's your perception. It's your mind. And whatever dirt is there in the mind is now cleansed and the world is clean. So you look at world through a dirty mind. You abuse everything. You look at the world with clean mind, world is beautiful. But world is same. Your attitude matters. So when you say, God, thank you for whatever it is, meals or whatever it is, thank you for this gift, your attitude is changed. And you feel comfort in that. You actually feel, see, the God is still unreal for you. You not realize the God, but the feeling inside is real. What happened to that boy? Did he feel that comfort in the first incidence, or did he feel comfort in the second incidence? That is what he means, enjoy. Our enjoyment is abusing everything. I want. I am important. Work for me, look at me, give importance to me. And who is this me? We don't know. But this arrogance, this ego destroys. And just a simple prayer, thank you God, that's all. So, tena tyaktena bhunjitha. Guru is saying this life is beautiful. Make good use of it. And that is enjoyment. That is the joy of life. Enjoyment is not entertainment. This is the first one, tena tyaktena bhunjitha. Second is a caution. Ma grudha. Ma means no, not. Grudha means greedy. Don't be greedy. Greed destroys. Greed can destroy nation. Greed can destroy corporations. Greed can destroy individuals. You have a desire. Desire is not fulfilled. You are angry. You have a stronger the desire, greater the force of anger. But what happens when desire is fulfilled? Ideally, we should be happy, and momentarily we are happy, but only for a few moments. That happiness is gone because now we want more. Our one desire is fulfilled, now we have 10 desires. I have 1 million, I am striving for 1 more million. My desire is not getting fulfilled. I am angry, I am frustrated. But then suddenly I find there's a good profit in this year's venture and I made another million. So I'm happy. I go for party. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Then my happiness is vanished. Why? Because now I am not happy with 2 million. I want 5 million. So till I get 5 million, I am going to be miserable. So this 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 10 is called greed. And what are the consequences? There is a very interesting story. It's a real story. This is an old story, more than 30 years old. This happened in Sudan. No rains, no water, no food. People are starving and dying. One European photographer is traveling and he gets a very good shot. He takes a beautiful picture. In that picture, a tiny little girl is lying on ground, breathing her last. Just few feet away, there is a vulture. And this man clicks that photo, sells it to New York Times. And this picture was awarded the prestigious Pulitzer Prize. And the photographer was Kevin Carton. Many of you know this story. Suddenly, overnight, Kevin became a celebrity. And now he is giving interview. And somebody asks him this question, "Sir, how many vultures were there when you clicked this picture?" He said, "One, just one." "No, sir, there were two vultures. One wanting food, another wanting fame." The girl is starving and dying, but vulture doesn't want to die. Vulture doesn't want to starve. Since then, after this question, what happened to Kevin? We don't know. But in 4 months' time, Kevin finished his life. A young photographer, upcoming photographer, Pulitzer Prize winner. He ended his life. Since then, this term has been coined, vulture journalism. Now, why vulture journalism? Not only because Kevin and his picture contains vulture, but here Guru is saying Ma Grudha. In Hindi, it is translation as Giddha mat bano. Giddha means vulture. So don't become a vulture. Don't be vulturous. Stop this vulture journalism. Only in case of journalism. This vulture journalism is term coined very recently. But in Upanishad, this was coined thousands of years ago. Same thing. Vulture journalism, stop it. He's saying Ma Grudha. Don't act like a vulture. You may say, what is wrong with vulture? No, there is nothing wrong. Vulture is a good creature, is a scavenger, cleans up the forest. But for comparison and for the purpose of understanding, certain observations help convey important messages. A vulture soars up in the sky. It conquers the sky, as it were. But do you know its eyes are glued to ground, constantly looking at ground. What is it looking for? A piece of rotten flesh. Even if there is a small piece of flesh, it will dive down and pick it up. Why vulture is doing, we don't know. And we are not concerned. What lesson lies in it for us is more important. People achieve certain level of success in their life. There are good examples, very recent examples. They are out in newspaper. Nirav Modi in India, Choksi from India. They were respectable people few months ago, and they are fugitive now. So what has happened? They were soaring up in the sky, but their eyes were glued to the ground, looking for rotten flesh. Greed. We are talking about greed. Their motto was to make money by hook or crook. If somebody dies, they don't care. They want. And look what has happened to them. Kevin ended his life once. He died once. These guys are dying every day. There's so many inquiries, so many policemen, so many governments troubling them, extracting money from them. Greed. So Guru is cautioning, don't be greedy. Don't behave like a vulture. Ma grudha. The first was you surrender to that Lord, which is unknown to you today. So, okay, you can't do that, at least do this. So, desire fulfilled leads to greed. Desire unfulfilled leads to anger. Now, what do? If there is no desire, there is no greed, there is no anger. So you control your desires. A forceful desire is called greed. When a person is greedy, he can't think. His moves go wrong. He lands in trouble. There are many examples. I have seen my friends collapsing. Greed. So here is a caution. Who is giving this caution? An Upanishadic Guru, he spent his life in Himalayas. And to whom is he saying? There are students. But his observation is from general public. They travel. They go from one town to another. They go to town. They observe the people here are greedy. So evening discourse, they'll just say, Ma Grudha. And whole town becomes cautious. Till then they were locking their homes. Now the locks have gone. Open door policy. That was the effect of a guru in those days. Nowadays we don't care. People are dying in front of us. They are leaving their country in front of us. And there are terms. This Kevin Carton story is from media, the current media. But what are they doing? Same thing, vulture journalism. They don't care about the story is true or false. They don't think whether this will benefit audience or this will disturb audience. In fact, more disturbing the news, more it is promoted. Hatred is promoted. Greed is promoted. Lust is promoted. Their objective is TRP. And not journalism, not only media, all other fields. In India, they say you can't get pure gold, whatever is committed is not given. Greed. Are they happy? The bottom line is, are you happy? He is saying, Tena tyaktena bhunjitha. If you renounce, you are happy. If you are greedy, you are miserable. So he is giving you a formula for happiness. He is also telling you, if you don't follow this, what will happen? Greed is developed automatically before you realize. But surrender to the Lord, you need efforts. So you choose a path of effort which is going to make you happy at the end. Or you want to follow a comfortable path which is going to make you sorrowful later on. This is the choice. Ma grudha, tena taktena bhunjitha. So they are very selected words. And then the third upasana he gives is kasyasvit dhanam. Means To whom does this all belong? Dhanam is wealth. And what we understand wealth is money, property, gold, diamond. This is a minuscule part of wealth. This wealth is essential to satisfy our basic needs: food, shelter, clothing, and guaranteed supply of these three throughout the life. This money is essential for these two things: basic needs and its guarantee, security. After that, the value of money remains same whether you have 1 million or 100 million or 1000 million. Value is same. After that, it's only number of zeros you are counting. There is nothing wrong with that money, that wealth, material wealth. There's nothing wrong with it. But we get engrossed in this. But now this wealth is possessed. And who is possessor? You say, I am possessor. So difficult. I am so and so. This is my qualification. This is my designation. I own number of companies. You're talking about this body, these senses. So that wealth, material wealth, is possessed by this individual, this body. But is it so? The material wealth is possessed, no doubt. But is this body a possessor? Because when we ask this question, who is the possessor of this hand? I am the possessor of this hand. Okay. What about eyes? I am the possessor of eyes. They belong to me. These are my eyes. Your hand is paralyzed. But that is my hand. Even though it is paralyzed, it is my hand. What about this entire body? This is my body. Now, who is this my body? Say, who is talking? Body is not talking. Because body is now possessed. But who is possessing this body? Now you go deeper. You analyze your personality. Oh, my mind is shaping this body. My mind wants this body to go from one place to another place. It's my mind. Oh, I am mind. I am mind and I possess this body and I possess that material wealth also. So this desire arises in my mind. This desire is mine. This emotion arises, I love or I hate. This love and hate is mine. But now go further. You say this mind is mine. That means I am different. I am other than this mind. These thoughts are mine. Whether it is lust or greed or compassion. These emotions are mine. That means I am other than these emotions. I am other than the mind. You may say, no, I am not mind. Mind is possessed by intellect. So I am intellect. Now intellect possesses mind, intellect possesses body, intellect possesses this material wealth. But then again you say these ideas are mine. This brilliant idea I gave him is my idea. Now who is talking? Guru is not asking for that answer, who is the final possessor. The material wealth is there, it is possessed by body. The body is possessor. Body is there and mind is possessor of body. Now body is possessed, mind is possessor. Then mind is possessed, intellect is possessor. Now intellect is possessed, who is possessor? He is kasyasvit dhanam. He is giving a question mark. He says, you think. He doesn't want answer. He says, you think. Kasyasvit dhanam. To whom does this all belong? You don't have to answer because he's not asked for answer. He is just kasyasvit dhanam. There is a question mark. He leaves you there. You think. And thinking is the most difficult activity for human beings. Animals don't have to think. Think is not any thought flowing in your mind. I love somebody. No, it's not thinking. I hate somebody. No, it's not thinking. Thinking is an deliberate attempt. It's an exercise. And thinking consumes a lot of energy. Generally, thinkers won't be obese. Real thinkers. Because just in thinking, they consume their energy. So body doesn't accumulate that energy. Thinking is a most difficult exercise. Think. Kasyasvit dhanam, actually he has already answered this question. But he doesn't tell you, I have already answered. He says, now you think. You apply your faculty. Every human being is different other than animals because humans can think. Because humans said, we want to manage our own affairs. Give us intellect. He says, take it. But with intellect comes the ego. So before intellect is put to use, the ego interferes and it destroys the intellect. So here he is leaving you with a thought. Kasyasvit dhanam, you think. So these three upasanas, tena tyaktena bhunjitha, magrudha, kasyasvit dhanam. See, those who live in government quarter, they know we have to leave this house one day. But they are not disturbed when the time comes. Because all through life, they know that this does not belong to us. It belongs to someone. I'm just here to live. If the same attitude is applied, this whole world, this my house and everything belongs to him. One day I'm going to get separated. So when the time of separation comes, I'm not disturbed. Otherwise, a thought of death, it's so disturbing, people can't sleep. So he studied the nature of mind, he studied the human constitution, and he's derived some formulae, some operating procedures. And he wants you to remain engaged with your goal. All these three upasanas will make you remember your goal. If you do not remember your goal, then you go helter-skelter. Then mind takes over and the mind is blind. Like Dhritarashtra was blind. Mind is blind. It doesn't have its own discrimination. It is the intellect which can discriminate. And when that Gandhari also puts patti, closes her eyes permanently, then the destruction is for sure. So mind is anyway blind. It's natural. But you lead your life based on these emotions, or you want to think. Choice is yours. Now he's given you goal, he's given the upasana. Now he says, keep acting in the world. Because in spirituality, many believe we have a goal, we have these upasana, I'll keep thinking early in the morning. They get up in the morning and they say we don't have to do anything. That's it. Parents have to earn for us. Or somebody else has to earn for us. They will work and we will enjoy. Just you are carrying one book doesn't mean you are a spiritual person. At best, you are a good teacher. That too, if you are lecturing. But that subjective experience is not there. And that is what is reflected in your behavior. And the Guru is telling us in next mantra that keep acting and wish to live for hundreds of years. 100 into bracket is years. 100 plus years. Second mantra. Kurvan eva iha karmani jiji vishet chatam samaha evam tvai na anyatho itha asti na karma lipyate nare. You act, and wish to live a very long life. A very long life. As much as you can imagine. As much as you want to live. He says, Shatagun, matlab, 100 into bracket, yes, 100 or hundreds. Minimum 100. So you live 100 plus. Who wants to live 100 plus years? He is advising. Upanishadic Guru is advising. You should wish to live 100 plus years. When do you want to live longer? And when is it that you want to finish your life? The same person, in one situation, he says, I want to live longer. Another situation, he says, life is meaningless, I want to finish it. Recently in our building, one young man, 27-year-old, he jumped from 11th floor at 2 a.m. He was going through depression for a long time and he was treated by American psychiatrists. And the result is, he finished his life. He doesn't want to live. 100? Oh no, 27 is enough. He says, I have seen this world. There is no pith and substance in the world. I'm going. And Guru is saying 100 is minimum. So when you are in an ecstatic condition, in perfect equilibrium, you want to live as much as possible. Even thought of death doesn't matter. Oh, it will come. Why should I bother? But there is corona, why should I bother? When it comes to me, I'll face it. Let death come in front of me. Welcome death. Come, my friend. Because that is fixed. The first condition of birth is death. Why fear? So the person who is constantly happy, he has appetite for life. The Guru is advising, have appetite for life, man. This whole world is made for you. The singers are singing for you. These cricketers are playing for you. This nature, beautiful nature, is for you. Provided you keep your mind clean. God doesn't disturb us. Knowledge of God also doesn't help us directly. What is disturbing us is our mind. Mind creates havoc. Lust and greed, they are generated in mind. They don't come from outside. They are not gift from God. So when we look at world from that dirty mind, everything is dirty. One day, Krishna invited Duryodhana. Duryodhana, I want a person who is very decent, very good in nature, clean at heart. Go and get me one. I have some important task. Duryodhana went. Then he called Dharmaraja Yudhishthir. He said, I have some important work. Bade bhaiya, can you get me one crooked fellow? It's so easy. He also goes out. Evening, both come empty-handed. Duryodhana could not find one good person, and Yudhishthira could not find one bad person. Because they looked at world through their mind. So mind is clean and clear, world is beautiful. So he could not find a crooked person. And this fellow has a bad lens. Lot of scratches, dust and everything, and you look at world. He could not find clean person. So who decides whether you live longer or you live shorter? God doesn't decide. That has been already programmed before your birth. What do you want? You want to live 100 plus years, or you want to have a short life? Generally they say it is the not number of years, but how you spend these number of years. It is the quality that matters, not the quantity. But here he is saying both quality and quantity. You have a long and happy life. Condition is kurvan eva karmani. Be in action. Perform your duties. If you are active and you have a goal, then you have appetite for life. If you do not have goal and haphazard action, you don't want to live. People deliberately shorten their life. They put in effort. They create so many disturbances in their mind. Ultimately, mind gives up and it destroys the body. So major physical diseases are generated by mind. Now, what is action? Gahana karmano gatihi, says Bhagavad Gita. It's not very easy. Even great sages and saints cannot understand what is correct action. The motive of every action is success, meaning, prosperity and peace. A Peace is more important than prosperity. People do exactly opposite. They go after money and lose the peace of mind. Majority, 99%, 99.99%. They think success is only money. Are you happy? Outwardly, they are very smart, decorated bodies and big cars and everything. The strangers thinks he is the happiest person. Now you go close to him, befriend with him, have confidence in him, and then ask him this question, are you happy? He will give you the true answer. So the motive of action is peace. Prosperity automatically follows. You don't have to bother about it. But what do? There is big chunk of population in India, a particular class. They believe non-action or inaction is luxury of life. They want glass of water, they'll say, I won't get up. I have servants, I can pay them. So I'll order it. And they order it. They get it. And they destroy themselves. Inaction amounts to death. You imagine this character of Ramayana, Kumbhakarna. Out of 365 days, he was sleeping for 364 days. So even if he is giving life of 500 years, he lived only for 2 years. 498 years he is dead. They have highlighted this, the absurd way of highlighting. You are following Kumbhakarna's way, sleeping and eating, doing nothing. There is some study and they say Indians are the laziest people. I agree with them. They want job, but they don't want work. Then why do you want job? Salary. You want job for salary, not for work. Very strange thing. You should look out for action. I have this talent, let this talent be expressed. Not I am doing. There is inherent, this talent is God-given. If somebody can sing so well, what has he done, he or she has done? Some practice, something is done, but the originality is given by somebody. So let that talent express. People may reward you, that's a different thing. But they don't want to express their talent. They don't want to physically exert. See, inaction is almost death. There is another type of action called prohibitory action. You are not supposed to perform certain actions in life, else you will land up in hell or in jail. These are known. Inaction and prohibitory actions are known. There are two more types of action. One, I act because I want something. And there is one more action. This is my prime duty. That is why I act. These two we will cover next time. Hari Om.